Woo! After weeks, exaggeration, after a whole week of preparation, problems, we've been sitting here for about an hour now.
It happens.
Bro, we've been sitting here for a whole hour trying to sort this thing out, yeah. But we're here. It's live.
There's always a start, and this is the start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Tomato Podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Bro,
yes.
We're here. All right, let me
Thank
describe
God.
the settings. The settings right now, it's mad. When we start from the bottom, we really do start from the bottom. We're sitting in a car right now. The laptop is being balanced very, very well on the steering wheel. We have our two mics. We're sitting on our two seats. And I think this is the future of podcast studio settings, because the audio in here is great because it's soundproofed. You can hear a little bit of the bass outside. There's some guys outside playing their music, drinking.
Yeah,
it's a Saturday night.
They're pre-drinking.
And
we're here doing a podcast.
Asian boy wasted tonight.
Yeah.
And we're here just chilling, doing a podcast, cash, secret location. This is gonna be, bruv, I think for the next few podcasts, I'm gonna do it in the same location, same settings, because I like the vibes. The vibes
100%.
here are really, really nice.
Yeah, and we got a view.
Peng view, bruv. I could just see a bus just going through.
Yeah.
And it's very London.
And
very,
we got
very
a
London.
few cars in front of us.
I'm telling you, man.
All good.
By the time we finish, the windows will be all steamed up. That sounded so wrong, but in the cleanest way possible. In the cleanest way possible, that's what I meant. I'm so excited to start the Tomato Podcast. Finally, an idea that came into my head like a few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and then I went on a crazy rampage to buy as much of the best equipment I can. Credit card is not looking great, but hey ho.
That time when you messaged me in the morning saying, I've been up all night. I've been up all night.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what is this guy gonna offer again? and then here we are.
Here we are. So I think it's the first thing we should be doing is introducing ourselves. Yeah. It's been 2 minutes 20. They're probably wondering who the hell we are. Yeah. My name is Farhan Rafam. I just said my name's so weird. Farhan, but I call myself Look at Farhan. The reason why I call myself Look at Farhan, because I used to have a YouTube channel. Well, I still do have a YouTube channel, which kind of flopped. I spent about 2 years releasing content, like 120 videos or whatever, and it didn't go well. So Look at Farhan. I'm gonna hand it over to you now. It's your time.
Yeah. Well, I'm Nahia. I'm not gonna give out my real name.
Why not, man?
I'm just going to keep it a secret.
No. I think you should, man.
All right then. Am I Hannah Kera?
Hannah Kera.
Yes, that's me. And I go by the name Nahia.
Yeah. Why is that?
I'm a music artist.
Jeez.
Yeah,
are you?
Yeah, of course. I've been doing music for 12 years.
Mad. Veteran.
Yeah. I've been doing music for 12 years, but taking this whole music idea seriously since when? Last year, October?
Yeah, man, it's coming up to a year.
Yeah, no, actually, let's say I've been on stage for 6 years.
Right.
But I haven't really been doing my own stuff. I was just doing covers on stage, and but now I'm doing my own thing. Since last October.
Exciting future coming ahead.
Oh, of course, I've got a few things coming up.
Big things. Big things
ones. Yeah.
Should never say that again. Ihan on Nahia, he's got his debut album coming out in the next 2 months.
No.
In the next month.
In the next month. We're going to, work hard and then get it in for the next month.
Grind it out. Bring this first album out. What kind of music do you make?
Acoustic soul.
Acoustic
soul. And we can maybe add in some melancholy in there because I play the guitar.
Yeah.
And I sing, and it's not the traditional, oh my God, I love you, come back to me. So it's not like that. It's more like...
Little bit of Ed Sheeran.
Nah, it's like, just think of Ed Sheeran, but the anti-version.
Jeez.
You know, a bit more
dark.
Of
Weekend mixing with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yep. That's I think that's the best
way to
describe it, actually.
Your artistic talents.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Well, I've got no talent. That's why I'm here behind the mic. We have a very exciting, and I'm very excited about this episode. Jam-packed, so much to talk about. The Tomato Podcast is going to be a weekly show, and it's going to be about trending topics on a week-to-week basis. I want to say a massive shout-out first and foremost to Joe Budden, because although he's not going to hear this, Joe Budden is the reason why I'm making this podcast. I used to watch his podcast a lot, 3-hour episodes, and I used to watch all of it. And I love the idea of sitting with your boys and having a chat about a specific topic. So they do hip-hop, talk about recent news in the hip-hop industry, and I love it. I love the camaraderie, I love the banter, and I want to make something similar. So why Tomato Podcast? Why the name?
Yeah, why?
I've told you, haven't I?
Well, yeah, you have, but, that's not enough. People need to know.
Trust me. So the Tomato Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, the word tomato, it has a very controversial stigma attached to it. Why do I say that? Because many people over the...
Hold on.
Go on.
Before you actually get in there.
Go on.
When you first told me...
Yeah.
This, the meaning behind the Tomato Podcast, the name, I was like, it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But when you actually think about it,
yeah,
after like a minute or two maybe,
it's smart.
Yeah, it's very smart.
It's mad smart.
It's very smart.
Bro, I don't know how I came up with it.
Maybe you were just up again till morning and then...
Well, initially the idea was to call it the Rotten Tomato. But then I found out the Rotten Tomato is actually a review page for DVDs, for movies.
Come on, you didn't know that.
Bro, I sat down and I thought to myself, hold on a minute. Rotten Tomato sounds so familiar. Familiar? So similar. Yeah, my dreams are crushed. But anyway, let's get into it. So Tomato has a very controversial, like I said, stigma attached to it. A lot of people debate as to how you pronounce tomato, tomato, potato, and the whole idea of a podcast is to sit down and talk and discuss. So, the whole idea of discussing tomato, the name Tomato, and a discussion show links in very well together. Wouldn't you agree?
See, like, even when I heard it before, and me hearing it right now, it just sounds so stupid. but
it works.
It actually kicked in right again.
It works, man.
Right now, and I'm like, it actually works.
Straight up. I'm so excited, bruv. We have so much to talk about today. I'm gonna get right into it.
A few things have happened.
A few things have happened in the last 24 hours that could have potentially removed or annulled anything I was gonna say. So much has happened this week alone, but the last 24 hours we were hit with the tragic news of the passing of man like
Macmillan.
Mac Miller.
Okay.
Not Millen, fam. Macmillan's a foundation.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, bro, Mac Miller, fam.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's I mean, look, I don't blame the fact that you don't know much about Mac Miller. Not many people do. That's because he's not a mainstream. He's not a mainstream artist, and I give so much respect to this guy because of the genre of music that he makes, but the way that he portrays himself as a human being as well. Now that's controversial because of the recent things that's happened to him. So the drug abuse that he's been going through, but removing that side of things, Mac Miller, and there's other artists that are like him, who, despite them taking drugs, despite them getting involved with, I don't know, like police and stuff like that. He didn't really get involved with police, but he got arrested for a drive-by. Not drive-by, drink and drive? Drive-by or drink and drive, one over the other. Despite all of that, I love people that keep it 100. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're an artist. It doesn't matter whether you're a sportsman. It doesn't matter whether you're my neighbor. Anyone that keeps it 100, I love that. Why? Because today it is rare. It's a rarity to find people that keep it 100. I don't have many friends. I literally have a group, like a handful, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, and that's because I find it difficult to surround myself in a room of people that can't keep it 100, who are too scared and too afraid to be in their own skin. Have you ever been in that sort of environment? Of course you have.
Of course I have.
In the last year, you've been the guy in the center of people, being around people who will say one thing to your face and then another.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it happens to lots of people, but some people, well, actually most people would just they wouldn't really act on it. They'll just, they'll decide to be blind and then they'll just carry on with it. But then they
everyone has an agenda.
Yeah, but then the other people would actually be like, hey, yo, like, calm.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's weird because I feel like there was never a time since I've been born. There was never a time where I've been able to fit into a group of friends, and that's something I've realized growing up. It's like primary school, secondary school, college, university. I've never established a friendship group, and that's because anytime I tried to get close with someone, I would always see a second side to them, and that would always put me off.
Even me.
Bro, I mean, the only reason I'm sitting with you here is because I can be real with you. I can be 100 with you. I'm a weird guy. I'm a really weird guy, and a lot of people will tell you that, and that's because as soon as I can be myself around someone, I feel like people will just start pushing themselves away from me because they can't deal with the fact that I'm me.
Yeah, I sometimes I can't deal with it too, to be honest. I mean,
it's mad. It's mad. I don't know how my own mum deals with it, but anyways, Mac Miller, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
It's a similar like event to X, to how X passed away.
Yeah.
Not in the state that they died, but the effects that it's had on people. They both had so much potential. It was unbelievable. Mac had, I mean, I would say another 2 years, fam, he would have been right up there.
Yeah, because I mean, like most people would actually see when they actually hear the podcast. I mean, I don't really know much about him.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about him, but after the news, I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna listen to like his music.
Yeah.
And it's just so you don't really find rappers out there who actually tried to revive the old hip hop.
You don't.
And he was working on it. But
that's what I love about him. He's so authentic. Like, there's this new era right now. I don't know if you heard of it. Mumble rap.
Yeah, no.
Yeah? Migos, Quavo, all of these
We've heard
guys.
That from Eminem, actually.
I can't stand it. Just be.
No, look. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, but when it gets just now,
it's ridiculous.
Now rap is just mumble rap.
It's literally just mumble rap. And
There's
most
no
of the times, yeah. And I'm talking about the new era of rap, yeah. So people like 6ix9ine. Who else is there? I mean, I can only think of 6ix9ine because he's hot right now.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about tracks where all you can hear is la 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 la, just screaming. People screaming on a mic with a hard beat, just like rap music rather than hip hop, which has soul, which has meaning, which has purpose. And when someone like Mac Miller passes away, it's not the fact that he's passed away as an individual that affects me and other people. It's the fact that we were not able to hear the best. We're not going to be able to see the full potential of this guy.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to find out what would have come.
We won't be able to see his prime.
It's the same with X.
Yeah,
he died
X.
at the time where he was really about to hit his potential.
Not only with the music.
As a person?
With the music, as a person, because I mean, let me be honest with you. When I actually would, hear his name or his music, I'll be like, oh, like this guy, and we would know him all because of like all the stuff he's actually done in the past and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah. So after he actually got murdered, again I did a little bit of research and then I was like, wow, wow.
He was trying to change his life.
Yeah, he was. Not just his life.
People around him.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just sad seeing a guy like that who's actually up for a change, and not just for his life, but for other people out there, getting just murdered like that in his car, and then it's
a waste.
I don't know. It is a waste. Yeah.
What hits me the most is that they were so young.
20 years old when X actually died. 20 years old.
And it's just it's the nature as well. I mean, we're gonna come on to this, but Mac Miller's death is a tragic event because not only did he die at such a young age, not only are we not going to be able to find out the full potential of what he could have become, but now we're not going to, now that we know the nature of his death, it's just hard hitting even more. The fact that he overdosed. And what's more interesting is the fact that you don't know the history, but he was dating
I found out actually Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
So they were in a relationship for 2 years.
And that's a long time for a celebrity.
2 years. Now that's not the shocking part. They broke up a couple of months ago in June or July.
All right.
3 weeks later, Ariana Grande got with another guy.
And I forgot his name.
They are now engaged.
Yeah, he's a comedian, I think.
I don't know. I forgot his name. I was reading about it, but I completely forgot. They're now engaged. So imagine. I want you to put yourself in Mac Miller's position. I want you to put yourself in a position where you've been in a 2-year relationship with someone who you were loving like crazy. Now, bear in mind, the way they broke up wasn't something of like a massive row or a fight or someone cheated on someone. They both ended it on mutual terms. Later on, we find out that Ariana Grande left because she couldn't handle his drug abuse. But at the time, they both left each other because their schedules were they were both making music and they were both at a point where they just couldn't have time for each other. So they decided to leave each other. Now imagine, you are Mac Miller, you are someone who is crazy in love with this beautiful girl who, you've spent 2 years with, you're both passionate about music, they've both made tracks with each other, they've both gone on tour with each other. Mac Miller was there for Ariana Grande when the Manchester terror attacks happened, and they've both been through a lot of emotional things together. Imagine being in a position where you guys break up, and you're not over her. You're clearly not over her because you're making... I mean, when she died, he released an album. Again, I forgot the album is called.
What? Sorry?
Mac Miller released an album.
Yeah, okay.
And the album, if you look into the lyrics and if you listen to the songs, you can clearly tell that it was for her.
It was, all right.
It was very explicit. Mm-hmm. They went into a lot of detail into the private parts of their relationship. Okay. And you can tell this was a broken man who wasn't over her. There were speculations of him stalking her on social media, and you could tell that this guy was not over her. And she would say that this guy is my best friend. He's one of the most special people in my life, and I'm never ever gonna break ties with him. Now imagine you're him. You've broken up with your girlfriend your girlfriend that you're in love with. 3 weeks later, she gets into a relationship with someone else. Now she's denied accusations of cheating on Mac Miller whilst they were together, on this new guy.
But did she?
She did, yeah.
So
she didn't. I don't know whether she cheated, but she's saying that she didn't cheat. But isn't it a bit fishy that after you come out of a 2-year relationship, you then go into a relationship with someone else after 3 weeks?
I mean,
what makes it even worse is that you can't call that a rebound, because a rebound is when you fall in love with someone or you fall for someone else after you break up, and then you break up with that person. But now she's engaged to the guy. That raises so many questions. Now, let me finish off what I was saying. You've broken up with your girl. She gets with someone 3 weeks later. And then a couple months later, they are engaged.
All right.
They are due to get married. How are you going to feel?
I mean, if I'm not over her, clearly I'm not. If I'm writing songs about her,
yeah,
I'll go mental. I'll be mental. So in a way, it's understandable for Mac to actually, But then again...
Look, it's not my place to say anything about someone's private relationship.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah.
If Ariana Grande wants to get engaged, she'll get engaged. If she wants to break up with the guy, she'll get break. I mean, even if she wants to get married after the day they break up,
that's her choice. That's her personal
that's
choice.
Completely her choice.
That's her personal choice.
But actions lead to, some actions would lead to some stuff like this, for example.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the big thing. So this is what everyone is questioning. Ariana Grande has been missing on social media since the death of Mac Miller.
Well, of course she's going to be missing.
Of course. And I recently read a report, like an article from The Independent, and the title of it says, "It wasn't Ariana Grande's job to save Mac Miller. Let the blame focus on the real evil: addiction." I was speaking to someone earlier today about this. Is Ariana Grande responsible, or should she feel responsible for the death of Mac Miller, knowing that he overdosed on drug, which could have easily been linked to the breakup of the relationship that they were in, and the fact that she is now engaged with someone after 3 months? Could that have forced, or could that have had an effect on someone, so much so that they've overdosed?
Look, it would have an effect 100%.
Yeah.
But
But
it really cannot be Ariana's fault. She can't be blamed, because it's weird. It's just like saying, all right, then in that case, Ariana, from now on, just to, keep Mac happy, then she just, doesn't speak to anyone. She doesn't, all her songs are going to have to be about him, love songs. She's just going to stay in her house. She's not going to be doing any dating or anything.
This is a very, very, very
But you don't understand where I'm coming from, right? Cause
no, of course I understand where you're coming from. But we need to talk about this as if we're in the 21st century, in a society where, certain things are normal and certain things are a bit out of the ordinary. Getting engaged to someone a few months after you've broken up in a long-term relationship is abnormal. Is it not? It's abnormal.
Look. For us,
Yes.
of course it's abnormal.
Yes.
But we don't really know what.
I think for anyone in the 21st century, anyone in 2018, that is not normal. And look,
Yeah.
We've got the facts now. We've got clear, hard evidence. What, the rain?
No, it's not the rain. These guys are going wild. They got the music up there.
Bros, what can I say?
Shall we join them after the podcast?
No, man. We should get them to join in the podcast.
Shall we? No,
It's
we
a
don't.
shame there's 2 mics. As I was saying.
Yeah, let's carry on.
Now we know the facts, and the facts are simple. We have a dead rapper who's broken up with his girlfriend, who is now engaged a few months after she's broken up, and his cause of death is overdose. Now, we're not talking about a crackhead. We're talking about someone who has experience with drugs. This guy is a regular drug user. Now, something that I know, that I've realized about in previous experiences with people that I've met and people that take drugs recently, I know that everyone who takes, or anyone who takes drugs on a regular basis is an expert on drugs.
They know,
of
course,
how much to take, how
they know when to take,
the amount,
they know
the science behind it.
Of course.
They know everything from A to Z. Mac Miller started taking drugs at the age of 15. 11 years ago. He is an expert. He knows how much to take. He knows how much will affect him, and he knows how long to wait before he can take the next dose.
Yeah, of course. So, all right. So you're trying to say that it can actually be a suicide?
No, I mean, look, no one knows the actual cause. I mean, everyone knows, so the cause of death is drug overdose, but no one knows what went behind, what went on inside his head.
Maybe it could be, a purpose behind it. Maybe he wanted to overdose.
Look, I mean, I think suicide is an extreme claim, and it's a bold claim. But I definitely think that if you're in that position, if you're in that state of mind, you're depressed, you're upset, you're not over your girl, okay? How can you be in a state of mind to care about your well-being? I mean, I know I've had times in my life where I was like, I don't give a damn. I'm going to eat junk food all day long because I'm pissed off, I'm upset, and I want to fucking eat.
Yeah, no, of course.
So who's to say that he wasn't in a position where he was so down, so fucked up in the head that he was like, fuck it, I'm going to take these drugs and I'm going to take as many as I can to get myself really, really fucked up so I can try and forget about this shitty period that I'm having.
Yeah, well, then it just comes back to the same thing, It might be maybe he wanted to overdose. He wanted to overdose, maybe, but.
And a lot of people are saying, well, obviously, clearly, the Independent are saying that you can't blame Ariana Grande. She can't, baby him. You have to blame the addiction. But how do you know what an addiction feels like until you are the addict? Yeah,
but then again, you still cannot blame Ariana for this. Ariana, look, hold up.
Look,
Ariana cannot be blamed. It's just like it comes back to the same thing I said earlier. It's just all right. Then in that case, if she is to be blamed, then what is expected of her is after the breakup, she just doesn't see anyone. She just shuts herself off. all the songs she does, it's gonna be all love songs about him, and then what is it? So it's all good.
I think there's a process. I think with everything, there's a steady process. I think to go into a relationship 3 weeks after your breakup is... It's difficult for me to say because I'm not Ariana Grande. I don't know what she was going through at the time, but if I was in a relationship with someone and I broke up with them, I would not go into a relationship 3 weeks after I broke up with them, because I would have in my mind that me doing that will cause that person pain. Because
same with me, but then there could be this question: what made Ariana get into a relationship?
There you go. So was she cheating on Mac Miller when she was in a relationship with him?
Was she cheating, or was it too much for her to actually, because we don't really know what really happened in the relationship. We wasn't there, and obviously we're never gonna know.
Yeah. I'm not saying for a single second that you shouldn't get married or engaged with someone even after the first date. That decision is totally up to you. That's in your hands. Okay, but I think that morally, you should discuss this with the person that you're in a relationship with. I think
you can't really discuss. You can't say, "Hey, look, is it fine if I actually end up in a relationship after
no.
break?" We can't say
in a more subtle way. I mean, look, let's not get into the logistics of the conversation or what to say. I'm just saying there needs to be care. You need to handle the situation before doing something like that. And it angers me. And I don't know whether it angers me because I'm a Mac Miller fan and I love his music. I don't know whether I'm lashing out on Ariana Grande. I don't know whether I have a personal attack on her.
If you are a big fan of Mac, then it's only normal for you to lash out at her. It's only normal.
At the same time, I'm trying to think it from a rational perspective.
Yeah, like if you think, if you just have like a bird's eye view. Yeah. Ariana, I mean, it's just she can't be blamed. She just cannot be blamed.
Well, of course not. I mean, legally speaking, she can't be blamed. Most of her fans will probably say no. That's the problem. Again, there's so many factors involved. The fact that they're both massive artists, the fact that they were both in a relationship for 2 years, the fact that she's gone into a relationship after 3 weeks, and the fact that he's drug overdosed a few months after that, after they've broken up. Not only that, he's had instances where he's been arrested by the police for drink and drive, I think. He's been taken to the hospital for drugs, and she's lashed out. She said, look, this is the reason why I broke up with him, because he can't control his drugs. And maybe that is the problem. Maybe the problem is when you get to a stage in your career where you're doing so well, you've been exposed to so much money, so much fame, it all gets to your head. So what does that say? What kind of example is that to the youth and people and youngsters who want to become who want to become a successful musician or an artist? What kind of world are they going to be exposed to, and what are the risks?
We can actually, let me give you my point of view.
Yeah.
After, especially this year, it's at its peak.
Yeah.
We've had Lil Peep.
Yeah.
Was that this year or was it last year, actually?
I don't know. Actually,
and then we had, and just recently, Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato had a drug overdose as well.
And she was lucky.
She was lucky.
But it's just, you know what? I do music, and I've just recently started doing something professional about it. I get scared.
Yeah.
I think to myself, wow, like, let's say by luck, by chance, if I do actually get out there, if I get millions of fans, am I going to be going through the same stuff?
Well, who knows? I mean, that's the thing, because we're all humans.
That's what we're seeing, but as far as we can see from the media, it's just like these kind of celebrities, they're all going through it.
Yeah.
They're all going through it. I mean, how many overdoses?
I don't know, a handful. I mean, like 5.
And that's quite a lot for the celebrity world. Am I wrong?
No, that is, of course, that's a lot. Yeah, there's clearly a problem. The alarm bell should be ringing, and I'm surprised that artists are not standing up against this, and they're not being advocates of living a drug-free life. And I know that's difficult because I know that when you go into the industry, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
The money's there, the car's there. These are the three things that rappers talk about: money, car, bitches. And
Yeah.
so it's really difficult to pinpoint who's to blame here. Whether it's a societal problem, whether it's a industry problem, whether it's a problem created by individual artists who spit about these kind of things.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a lot to think about.
It's a tough one. It's very tough. Very tough.
And we've seen, I'm going to move on very quickly from this to Eminem, who's released his new album.
Yeah, Eminem.
And, even Eminem himself had drug problems. He's had problems, and that affected his relationship. So, this is a really good sort of smooth transition onto Eminem's new album, Kamikaze, that was released, surprise album a week ago. And
what a surprise, though, right? Well, what a surprise!
Bruv, I don't even know what to say.
He literally brought out guns and started shooting lots of people with the album. I mean,
he wasn't holding back.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
I recently watched the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, same.
And he was fuming. He was
sweating. He was sweating.
This guy. Look, the album itself. Yeah, I think the album is sick. Personally, I think the album is one of his best albums in recent years.
The album literally says the Slim Shady is back. With the Revival album, you just really couldn't get that vibe.
I didn't get that vibe. I think with Revival, he was going mainstream.
I just didn't like it because he was doing so much features with someone. I just didn't like it. But with this album, it's him saying, the Slim Shady is back. Like,
let's have a look. Let's have a look at his list of albums that he's released in time. So I think it started in 1999. Slim Shady LP, banger.
Yeah,
okay.
Agreed.
And Curtain Call, banger. And then it changed. Recovery, didn't like that. Marshall Mathers LP2, didn't like that.
Is that
Relapse,
the one with Rihanna?
I think so. Yes, it is. Yeah. Monster. Didn't like that. Recovery, didn't like that. Did I say Revival?
You didn't?
Revival,
I didn't like that whatsoever.
He had a lot of stick for that. And the problem with Eminem, and look, he's arguably the number one greatest hip hop artist that's ever existed.
Of course.
But the problem with Eminem that I've realized in the coming years is that he's slowly become industry. He's slowly bowed down to the record labels and given them hits rather than sticking to what he was known for, which was fucking dope original genre that no one was doing.
Yeah.
And this is what Kamikaze has. Bruv, Kamikaze, I love it because he's not holding back. He's just like, do you know what? Fuck it. I've tried this industry thing and it's not working, innit? You man wanted me to make hits for the radio. That didn't work. So let me just lash out on every single person who was trying to dig on my success and all of my downfalls. And he didn't hold back. He literally dissed every person you can think of, including Drake. Who else was it?
Lil Pump. Joe Budden, of course.
Joe Budden, MGK.
MGK had a little response, but
bruv, that response.
It was fire. It was fire, but it was good. But
40 million views in 4 days.
Yeah, it was fire, but
and do you know how all this beef started? This is the funniest part. This is what I find.
I don't.
Over his daughter.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard it today actually. I mean,
a flipping tweet.
Yeah, but this was done back in when 2012 was it?
Fucking hell, like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
MGK made a small little tweet on his daughter saying, "Oh my God, she's 16 years old, but she's looking fucking nice," or something like that, which is a bit creepy. But Eminem was. I mean, does it really take you 7 years to respond to that? That's
I just think Eminem didn't really care, to be honest. I just maybe just wanted to do content.
Did he just want to make a hit list? At the bottom of his hit list was MGK. And it's like, all right, you're next.
Yeah, you're next, man. Maybe he just wanted to do content. I mean,
well, he didn't hold back, and I think everyone that he dissed on the album, he went in on. And Joe Budden said something in his podcast saying, "All right, cool, you mentioned my name, but you didn't say anything." I don't think that's right. I think Eminem. I mean, people say that
Eminem doesn't openly really Wait, does he? I don't think Eminem openly says something, but
he's a
you really need to
genius.
read into the lyrics. You
Do
need
you
to
know
read
why?
into the lyrics, and you can understand the story.
Yeah. But no, this is why I love Eminem, because he won't say in a sentence like you're trash because of XYZ.
Yeah, no.
He would do it in a way where he's spitting and he's rhyming so many words that in those rhyming words he's saying something that's taking the piss out of you. He's mocking you.
It makes you think about it, and then afterwards you're like, oh shit, that's me.
He went in on that. He went in on the album, and not many people are happy with it. And MGK and him are having a rap battle.
And it was also Migos too.
Yes, a mumble rap.
Yeah,
Talking about mumble rap. He went for Tyler the Creator as well, and he got a bit of slack for mentioning, or he said something homophobic. He had a homophobic slur in there, and Eminem has had a problem with this homophobia, this homophobic language. What do you think? Do you think Eminem's homophobic?
Nah. Did you watch the movie? Was it the interview? The interview. Yeah, he was just being, you know.
Yeah, he was made out to be gay in there.
Yeah, so I don't really think so. I don't.
I think it's difficult because if you're an artist, I mean, people are gonna say that's not an excuse, but if you're an artist from, I don't know, if you're born in the 70s, you're always gonna be homophobic because back then homophobia was deemed to be something so.
Of course, now it's different than then, but you know, a guy like that who's been in the industry,
yeah,
and he's seen hella people.
He should know better.
Yeah, no, it's not about knowing better. He just really wouldn't care, to be honest.
Yeah,
and also. In the movie, he was gay in the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't really think he's homophobic.
Now, he's got, I think this is his 9th album, and his 9th album to hit the number 1 top 100 list. So he's hit records. He's making records. Do you think he should quit after this album? What do you think?
Sometimes. What is you just leave at the peak, at the height. You just leave it. But that's with football. That's with football.
That's with most things, man.
Nah, look, listen. If you're spitting fire,
yeah,
and if you're not stopping with it, then
don't forget he's 30. He's 36 years old. He's gonna be 36, I think. No. He's gonna be 46.
46 years old.
He's gonna be 46 years old.
But look, listen. If that all depends. If in his next album, if he's ever going to make one, if it's fire, it will go on. If it's not, I think he'll quit due to the age. If he's 46 years old, I mean, I don't know a rapper that's 46, is it?
No. I mean, Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
But even Snoop Dogg's kind of washed out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's not use washed. Let's not say washed out, but.
No, I think he's washed out. I think I never really got.
What if he
Snoop
tweets
Dogg,
about
man.
us saying, what are these London boys?
He's never going to listen to this.
Well, you don't know.
We can lash out on him.
You don't know. Come on.
Nah, man. Snoop Dogg ain't got shit on me, man. I never understood Snoop Dogg. I like his flow, but I never got
His flow is literally, fuck it, let's just party, man. Like, let's just, chill. That's his flow. And the lyrics, are they any, is there any, in the lyrics? There's nothing to read about it.
No, this is the problem I have with rap. I only fuck with rap that actually,
has a meaning.
That has a meaning, lyrics that sound good over a nice old school beat or over a nice beat, and things where you can listen to and you can actually understand. And that's why I've got a problem with people like Migos or people like fucking...
I've had enough of hearing, my bitches, or my Lambo, the ice on my wrist, this and I've had enough of that. I mean,
hell.
I've literally had enough,
But this stuff is not going to die down.
No.
The hip-hop industry, if anything, is going to get even more bigger.
You think so?
Moving on from Eminem.
Right.
We're going from old to new. I want to talk about 6ix9ine. Because
the king of New York, yeah.
Apparently, he's had a massive impact on the hip hop scene. He claims to be the hottest in his city after Cardi B. No, not even after Cardi B. He claims to be the hottest in his city, Brooklyn. it's weird
you mean
because
New York, right?
Brooklyn's in New York.
Yes.
All right, cool. My geography obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it not? Wait, hold up. Is it not?
Bro, America's such a big
Harlem?
country. I don't even know.
Now look, Harlem,
I know New York
Brooklyn,
is on the
Queens.
east coast.
These places aren't all in New York. Am I wrong?
Okay, I think we should like
Whoopsie.
geography lesson after the podcast.
Maybe we should have like a map in front of us the next time.
Anyhow, 6ix9ine is claiming that he's the king. Like, he's the guy at the minute. How did he manage to get so much traction? How did he manage to get this momentum? Like, he went from someone who was a wannabe gangbanger to now getting like almost 100 million views on each of his music videos. How does someone do that? Because I've never seen this done before, and it's bothering me because
you know what it is. I've actually with 6ix9ine, I've actually been watching him quite a lot, even before he actually made out there.
Yeah,
I'd say one of the main reasons why he's actually getting so much views right now and he's got so much followers is that he's actually with the statements he's made.
I love his persona.
But with the statements he's made,
yeah,
it caused lots of attraction, and people was like, oh, so this guy is actually saying this. All right, cool. He's saying he's the king of New York. I mean, me automatically would be like, wow,
that's a bold claim.
Yeah, that's a very bold claim.
I was watching his Breakfast Club interview. You haven't watched that?
No.
And it's so funny because every single 5 minutes, Charlemagne, he's the guy. Everyone who knows Charlemagne's the guy who's gonna get under your skin. He's gonna pose questions at you and he's gonna try and get you to lash out. And it was so weird to see that the opposite was happening. 6ix9ine was getting under his skin. And he could tell, like some of the comments that he was throwing at 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine would throw it back at him. It was like a back and forth battle, and at the end,
was it one of those ones? Was it like a tenseful?
It was right at the end. It got to a point where they were arguing over something so petty. It was like the pastor came. They got a. That sounds so weird to say pastor. A priest came and. Charlemagne was like,
all right.
Charlemagne was like, pray for this brother that he's still with us next year.
Oh wow.
And then 6ix9ine like, no, pray for him. He's been touched. I haven't been touched. Charlemagne was like, no, pray for him. And it's just back and forth, and it's it was funny to see, and I think that's what people enjoy about 6ix9ine. He's got
But I've got a question actually.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Go on.
What do you think about his music?
That is an interesting, very, very interesting topic.
It's a weird one, right? Like, it's just like...
There's so many sides to this guy, and I think that's what's so intriguing. His music is so gangster, and it's so hard-hitting, and it's so violent.
It's very aggressive.
The
very lyrics
aggressive.
and the music and the rapping itself is very, very aggressive.
But that's what I'm saying. He's so contradictory. And in the interview, he was saying how he's not the guy. I mean, he's the guy to say if you're fucking with me, come, let's go. But I'm not a violent person. I'm not gonna pose violent threats against someone. But if they want it, come and get it. I'm wearing these chains right now. Come and get it. And in his music video, he's like, yeah, this and the other, bang bang, gun bang, like all of this kind of stuff. All of these slurs to like people that are hating on him. And I don't know whether Charlemagne said, you're doing this to yourself because you're calling people out. So what do you expect? You're gonna get violent altercations with people if you're gonna say things like, I'm in your city.
Yeah.
And I only got 2 people with me. And I've got my nuts hanging. Come and fuck with me. You're asking for beef.
Yeah. Who is he in beef with again?
I don't know. There's a couple of these young fucking shit
Trippie
rappers.
Redd. Chief Keef, was it?
Jay the Prince.
Okay.
But I don't know who these guys are, innit?
I know who Chief Keef and Trippie Redd is. He was in beef with him, but I think he blessed that with him.
He does that a lot.
With Trippie.
He does that a lot. He gets into beef with people and then he makes it up.
Maybe this whole beef idea, maybe it's already fake. I mean,
well, it's working.
Well, it's brilliantly working. It's brilliantly working.
Because whatever he's doing is working. He's getting 100 million views, and he made another bold claim. Oh my word! The guy goes, "I promise you, this video is gonna be your most watched video on Breakfast Club. He said that with so much confidence. He said,
and it actually
and it's
might
on
be.
14 million views.
See, I mean,
He said it. He's like, I calling for it. He's like, I swear to God, this video is going to be your most watched video. And they couldn't stand him because he was so cocky and so arrogant. But that's something I love about him. I think to be cocky and arrogant is something, you can only be cocky and arrogant if you can back it up. If you get the results, then fair enough.
he's confident.
The
He's
kid's
very
got confidence. He's only 21 years old.
He's 21 years old.
He's only
No
21 years old.
way. He's 21 years
He's
old.
21 years old.
Ah,
So,
wow.
boy, he's got big potential. Whatever he's doing, his persona's working.
Well, he should be careful though.
But you should be fucking
He
careful,
should
mate.
be.
After, especially what happened to X.
Yeah, no, that was just, you know, with X especially.
And I remember he was really, like, when X passed away, he was really...
He was in beef with someone. I don't actually remember who. But after X passed away, he actually was like, look.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, literally. But, yeah, I mean, he should be careful. He should be careful. He's 21 years old. Wait, this sounds like I'm actually threatening him. Sounds like I'm actually sending out threats.
I'm not involved. I don't know why people think it's cool. Because nowadays in society, yeah, if you're not the guy to be like, or if you don't put up the persona of I'm the guy, come and fuck with me and see what happens, you're not a man. I'm wording this really wrong and I'm like mumbling a lot, I'm waffling a lot, but I'm trying to say is that nowadays, if you're not the guy to put up that persona, then you're not the guy. And if you're the opposite, then you're deemed as the pussy. And you have no authority or no influence in your surroundings. Why is that? Why do people think you need to be someone who's threatening, violent, someone who's overly masculine, and someone who has a entourage around you that's making you look like you're God?
I don't know, but it's working. People are liking it.
Well,
I don't know why.
I don't find it cool.
I don't find it cool.
I don't find it particularly welcoming, and I don't find it...
No. I'll see that as a threat. I'm not gonna like that.
It's weird how society works.
I don't know.
Because people are attracted to that.
Yeah, no, a lot.
And people want to become that. Is that the question of what the world is... What the purpose of the world is? Is the purpose of the world for you to... I mean, it's a massive philosophical question.
Yeah,
but it's like when you analyze these people's lives and you see what their aim is and their goal is, people will say, yeah, I want to be happy, I want to live a comfortable life. But if you really look at the shape of the world and the way it is, everyone is chasing power. Everyone wants to be powerful. They want to be in control.
They want to be ranked.
But are you ever in control?
No. I mean, maybe to a state, but...
If you're in control of external factors, are you in control of yourself?
This is turning into
this is mindfuck, isn't it?
This is turning to a very creepy podcast right now.
If you're...
It's night. It's what time is it? It's...
Bruv, it's almost 11.
And you're asking me questions like this.
No. But it's, look. This is, I think it's a fascinating question. I think everyone should be asking themselves. If you're an individual that wants A, B, C, D, E.
All right.
And if you want to gain control of A, B, C, D, E. Are you in control of yourself first? Because if you were in control of yourself, would you still want A, B, C, D, E?
That's a deep question. But...
Are your desires the product of your insecurities?
I just don't want to be mindfucked right now.
Mad. It's something to think about. It's something
Wait, yeah, it is something to think about. Is that question directly to me? I mean, I haven't...
Yeah, I want you to think about it. I want you to think about your desires, and I want you to think about how badly you want it, and whether you wanting those things is a result of you not being in control of yourself.
No, look, it depends. Look,
are you not happy with the current state you're in right now?
No, of course I am.
How happy are you? Are you happy enough to not chase the things that you want?
No, look, I'm happy I'm happy, but for the state I'm in, let's say for the age I'm at right now, I'm happy where I'm at, but for next year or the year after, I cannot be on this level.
So it is about influence and power, and it is about gaining control.
No. It's not about influence and power. You see, if I speak about it, I'm just gonna be seen as like, oh, he's so cute. Oh, look at him.
Mean?
I just don't want.
Bro, you're far from cute, man.
Trust me. If you were to hear it,
This is a conversation between me and you, man.
Are you sure?
This is a
all right.
conversation
Look, hold up. Look. For me,
yeah.
What I would actually initially what I would think is, I would need enough wealth to take care of myself and my family. Yeah. If I get to that level, I don't want any more.
But isn't that what everyone says? I say that.
No, but you say that, I say that, but lots of people would be like, oh yeah, like, I want to make money so I can get that BMW. When they get that BMW, I want to get money so I can get that Mercedes. And after, they're going to be up to Porsche, Jaguars, and then maybe up to a Lambo.
Come on, bro. You're telling me you wouldn't want a Lambo?
I wouldn't want a Lambo.
Bro, you're so full of shit.
I would want...
You're so full of shit.
I would never want a Lamborghini. Who wants a Lamborghini? They're dead.
Look at your face. What, a Bugatti?
That's dead too.
You just want your personal driver, fam. You just want a jet. You want to go to the fast lane.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like, I don't know, like a jet. Yeah.
I said this the other day to someone. The day I get married, I'm rolling up in a Volkswagen Polo 2002. I'm rolling up in my dusty little whip. It's not even mine.
Yeah, it's not even yours. Yeah, it's not even yours.
I'm riding a second-handed dusty old whip that isn't even mine.
But hold up, the good thing is you got a few of them.
Yeah, bro, I got a few cars
that aren't really yours.
It's mad. The perception is crazy.
Yeah, if
the same person was to see me twice in two different whips, they'll probably think I'm balling. But but these times they don't even mind. So it's a bit
they wouldn't think you're balling because of the cars. Let's not forget that.
And this leads on to something else I want to talk about, which was somewhere down the line. But I was gonna say, fam, big up to TFL, but not after this week. Not after the trouble they've been causing me. This is a special message to anyone listening to anyone listening from TFL. Sort your shit out, cause I am not playing, fam. I've been using your services for 5 years.
Well, come on, 5 years,
bro. I've been using it since college.
What do you mean?
Okay, exaggeration. Since I got into uni.
No, way before that. Secondary school.
I'm talking about the travel card.
Oh, the travel card.
I'm talking about the monthly subscription that you man are forcing me to pay.
Well, what do you mean?
No. I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this. You want me to cycle, but half of the time, the hundreds of cyclists that are cycling in these small, narrow spaces, it's you might as well put suicide lane going across the flipping lane, yeah. And if I want to drive into work, I can't. Congestion zone. Not only are you longing out my journey by making me go all the way around,
but that's not the TFL.
Of course it's the TFL.
What the congestion?
Okay, maybe not TFL, but this all comes down to the
beep.
This all comes down to the mess that we have in London with, and I don't know if it's to do with the flipping population. I don't know what it is. I'm coming off track here.
It's not the population. Okay. You've been to Istanbul. You've seen how it's.
Listen, all I'm saying, TFL, sort your shit out. I've been using your travel card for the last 4 years. Okay? 4 years. Zones 1 and 2, I was using continuously. No problems. Recently, I've had to change mine to zone 2 to 3. What happens? I go down to the station. I go through zone 1. I come out of zone 3. And my Oyster card's on minus. Boss man, what's going on? Why is my Oyster card on minus? I have not tapped out on zone 1 or zone 5 or 6 or any other zone outside of zone 2 or 3. Oh, let's have a look. Okay, right. Oh, I think I know what it is. You went through zone 1. That's why you've been charged. What? But how does the system know that? I didn't even tap out. How is the system going to know that I went through zone 1 when I didn't even tap out? Nah, the system knows. But the system always knows. Technology. My iPhone battery dies in like 6 hours, and the system knows on an Oyster card whether I've been through zones 1 without even tapping out.
It's not that deep. Look.
Nah, fam. I was upset, man. I was on minus
I went through
£2.40.
Yeah.
And that was on 2 separate days. If TFL fix up. If I'm not tapping out of zone 1 and my Oyster card is between zone 2 and 3, I'm not tapping out of zone 1, my G. I'm simply using zone 1 to go through it.
Look, that happened to me when I actually first started uni.
Yeah.
It was actually quite expensive, the journey. It was costing me daily like £10 going to uni and coming back.
Right.
And then I thought, all right, let me get a travel card. And I thought, oh, all right. And then let me be a bit cheeky. And then I think I got zone 2 to 4.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I paid X amount of money. I don't quite remember. But then, yeah, so I was tapping out. I was tapping in. And then when I was actually, when I tapped out, it was the next day. And I was going back to uni. And then all I heard was like, beep, beep.
that double beep from hell, fam. You don't want to.
No.
The moment you hear that, your heart drops.
Sorry. It's more like beep beep, something like that. I don't quite remember, but
God,
and then I checked. It was a minus. If you're going for Central, you're going for Central.
That's not fair though. You're not even tapping out.
But it's just how it is.
No. That's not how it is, man. If I'm not tapping out of zone 1, because nowadays, anytime you travel from zone 2 or zone 3, you're 100% going to be going through zone 1. So in other words, you're going to be making me do from zone 1 to 3. Yeah, I was gassed when I was topping up my Oyster card for the zone 2 and 3.
He was happy.
£98, fam. I was gassed.
And is that monthly or weekly?
No, monthly, man. I'm not.
Huh?
Bro, I can't pay weekly £98.
I did.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Hold up. No, sorry, I got confused there. No,
bro, I don't know what kind of industry you're in, man. If you're paying £98 a week for your Oyster card.
No. I think I paid when I was at uni. I think I was paying roughly 40 something like that a week. Yeah,
that's still a lot. That comes to about £160.
That is for zone 1 to 4.
Jeez.
Zone 1 to 4.
TFL.
Yeah, shout out to Sadiq Khan.
Sadiq Khan, fix it up, bro. I voted you because you're Asian, but now you let me down.
Yeah, but
I'm not happy about it.
He did do a few things. Come on.
Bruv, I don't care what you did with buses, innit? No one rides buses.
I do.
If I get a travel card, I get buses for free. That doesn't benefit me at all. Not only that, yeah, you need to fix up the air conditioning. I don't care when it is. I don't care whether it's winter or summer. The air condition never works.
Well, in the underground.
Yeah.
You know what? You're expecting like a VIP underground
if
service,
I'm
right?
living in London City, I can't even do it. If I'm living in London City, one of the commercial center points of the world, yeah, I expect to be given a 5-star treatment on every single, especially of the amount of money I'm paying, bruv. Are you mad? You know how much I'm paying for travel every year?
Yeah, but come on.
Like almost £1,500.
If you want a VIP underground service, I think you gotta go to Japan. Not in London, mate. Not in Europe.
Today I had to stand next to the window of the Northern Line, and my hat flew away. and the embarrassing moment of picking it up in front of someone's shoe.
Yeah, that happened to me.
One
time when I was actually.
And you know the moment you get up and you put your hat back on, you know everyone's looking at you.
No.
I have to pretend.
Let me tell you something much more embarrassing, actually. It's the same situation. This was when I was actually going to uni. I had the red beanie on, and I've got the red beanie on right now.
Yeah.
This is like an iconic thing for me. All right, it's iconic. I've got friends who actually take the piss out of it.
Right.
So yeah, my journey was getting the Northern Line from Archway to King's Cross, then from King's Cross taking the Metropolitan Line to Northwick Park.
Yeah.
And of course the Northern Line is quite fast.
Yeah.
Like you experienced today.
Lightning.
Yeah, and then I was just sitting next to the window. I mean, I was standing up next to the window, and then I saw a very, very nice girl. And if that girl's listening to this right now, I think she would know who this is. I think she would, because I think she clocked that I was actually looking at her in a very psychotic, creepy way.
Mate. Schoolboy error, man.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. And then...
Do you not know the 1 second rule?
No, when I saw her, it wasn't really a 1 second rule left. There was more like a 10 second, 15 second, minute rule. And anyway, so I was just trying to I was looking at her, and then she saw me, and at that moment, my beanie. It flew away.
Worst.
And it flew away.
So you were looking at her, she was looking at you, and the moment she looked at you, your hat just fell off.
Yeah, it flew. Yeah,
oh,
it was.
It wasn't to be.
I had a bad hair there as well. It was awful. Embarrassing. So your one, mate, is fine. You know, your one's fine.
No, but it was very embarrassing though. I got up and I was like, oh man, I know everyone's looking at me right now, so I looked away and I just started playing on my phone. Anyways, I want to very, very quickly tap onto a big issue that's happening in America right now. And I went to watch a movie, and the movie I watched, I've got the receipt with me. I got it with me on purpose because I forgot. Actually, I left it in my other coat jacket.
Is evidence? Oh.
It's called, I'm going to get it up on my phone. It's called...
Wait, what's it about? And I'm going to name it. I might
Blacklandsman.
What?
Blacklandsman.
It's that,
yeah,
right,
it's about the
yeah.
KKK.
Yeah.
This ties in very much with the film that I watched and with recent events in America. Colin Kaepernick. I hope I said his name right. Kaepernick. It's Kaepernick.
It's Kaepernick, I think.
Colin Kaepernick recently did an ad with Nike. And that's created a massive turmoil in the US.
There are some people actually burning the
bro,
Nike
I don't
products.
understand. It makes no sense. You've bought the product. You've paid Nike.
Yeah,
Why are you burning it? It's not going to do nothing for them.
It's not going to do anything for Nike. People are still going to be buying.
Do you know they've increased their sales by 30%?
Oh, exactly. See, I mean,
you rednecks must feel like fucking idiots.
You just burn it.
You must feel like absolute mugs.
No, of course they must. Come on. No, it's weird.
What do you think about all of this? What do you think about Colin Kaepernick not standing for the American anthem?
Look, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're playing for a country, or if you're playing for a team that's in that country, by respect, you need to stand up. It's the national anthem.
Okay, and what about what's happened recently? What about the reason why he wasn't standing?
No, of course, that's understandable. But
that's
just, if you're not standing up for the national anthem,
Yeah.
that's like saying every American,
Yeah.
every American in America
Yeah.
is doing this.
What do you mean?
Is that the truth?
What do you mean?
No, look, if you're not standing up to the national anthem, to the American national anthem, that's saying every person in America is doing some kind of racism towards a specific race.
Look, personally, this is just my personal beliefs. I don't understand why it's such a big deal if one individual or a handful of individuals don't want to stand for a national anthem. It's a fucking national anthem. Get over it.
Is this a national game?
NFL football, yeah.
All right, but look, hold on.
It's like the Premier League.
Imagine England playing against I don't know, France.
Yeah.
Finals.
Yeah.
What would happen if one of our players didn't stand up?
I don't give a damn.
Look, you wouldn't give a damn.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
You wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn. But trust me, majority of the country would give a damn, mate.
Why?
Look,
Why? That's the question. Why?
It's a national
Why
game.
Do you care?
It's a national game, and that's the national anthem of the country.
Do you know what? I don't give a damn, fam. Look, this whole debate about nationalism and about people taking pride in their country. You don't need to stand for a fucking what?
No, nothing. I'm just
No,
saying.
they don't want to crash the car, fam. It's fine.
No, I'm just all right.
Oh, the noise.
Yeah.
No, they won't pick up the noise. Look, I don't give a damn. Right? I don't give a damn about the national anthem. You can take pride in your country and you can be patriotic without caring so much about a national fucking anthem. What's a national anthem ever done for you?
The national anthem is the story of the country.
What?
Of course it is. It's built. The first thing. Well,
I think personally,
one of the first
bullshit.
few things that actually makes a country, is the national anthem.
A national anthem does nothing but create patriotic feelings inside a human being. It is the most I don't care how much hate I get for this. It is one of the most meaningless things in a country.
I don't agree.
A national anthem is an anthem that represents a nation. You do not need to kneel or bow down or stand for a national anthem if you don't want to. By all means,
But if he's playing in the national
the
team-
maximum, I think the most an individual should do should respect and acknowledge the national anthem. You can sit in silence. You can stand in silence. You can
But look,
you
if-
can lay down in silence.
No,
you can
you
acknowledge
can't. That's just being
the national
disrespectful.
anthem.
That's just being disrespectful. Look,
Who the hell makes these decisions? I want to know whose idea or who made the norm of standing for a national anthem. Why can you not sit?
you can.
But the main reason
You
why
can,
everyone's so pissed off is because his actions were in protest of what was happening in America at the time, which was the police brutality on black African Americans.
Yeah.
So in other words, the people that are pissed off at Colin for kneeling or for not standing, they're pissed off that he's not standing for the national anthem, and they value the national anthem over the lives of innocent African Americans, fellow civilians.
No. Look, hold up. Look, if you're gonna protest,
Yeah.
against such cause, which it's only right to do so.
Of course,
It's only right to do so.
it's the legal way to do
Yeah,
so.
of course. Yeah, but there are other ways to do this, mate. Like, you don't. A national anthem. Look, like I said, imagine it's England versus France. Imagine Dele Alli just sitting on the floor.
I don't care as long as Dele Alli doesn't sit on the floor when he's playing. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. But that's you saying that, and that's me saying that.
Yeah.
But that's not all the other people. You have to show respect to the country.
No. I strongly disagree.
No.
I think it's down to an individual whether he wants to stand for a national anthem or not, and it shouldn't dictate how patriotic he feels towards a country just by basing it on his actions towards a
we need to get
fucking
something right
national
here
anthem.
right now. We need to get something right here
Go
right now. You know that game? Was it a national game? Was it a team?
No,
game
it
or-
was a team. It was a club. He was playing for his club.
Oh, all right. But then again, there's still the national anthem that's playing there.
Listen.
A national anthem is a country.
Okay. Let's put this into perspective. Let's imagine that Colin, he refused to stand for the national anthem just because he couldn't feel like it. He wasn't bothered to stand up. Understandable. I would understand if he wasn't standing up, if he was refusing to stand up because he just couldn't be bothered. But he is doing it as an act of protest.
Yeah, but you can do the protest in other ways, in so much other ways possible. Come on, you can do the protest in so much other ways. This is just, I personally don't think it's right.
I think he did the right
The
thing.
protest, doing a protest for that cause, is more than right.
Listen.
It's 100% right, but not like that. You do it in other ways.
I think that's the best way he could have done it.
No.
He got the whole country talking about it in 24 hours.
Yeah, but then you got so much hate too at the same time. Not by people who was actually, look, I'm pretty sure, people he would have actually supported him,
Yeah.
if he was to do this on the social media,
Yeah.
or in person on the street, okay? White people who actually would have supported him. But now that he did that, well, at the time when he did that, I'm pretty sure those same people are now pissed off with him. I don't even make sense.
But I don't care if they're pissed off. I want them to be pissed off.
Those same people would actually
It makes
support.
me smile to see these people pissed off.
No, but those same people would actually support anyone who's actually doing something for black people.
I don't understand.
Look, let me explain. Okay? It's so hard to explain to you. So. Look.
It's been an hour, fam.
Alright, look.
Go on.
I don't have to explain it to you now. It's just in my mind. I just don't have to put it into words.
No, just take your time.
Alright, look.
So,
Imagine one person, yeah?
right, one person.
He's white.
Okay.
Or she's white. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that person's just white, alright?
But they don't need to be white. Let's just
No,
say
no,
they're
no,
fucking
no,
patriotic Americans.
No. It has to be white.
Okay, fine, white,
In
okay.
this case,
Yep,
it has
yep,
to be
yep.
white. Okay? That person might be standing up for, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Okay? He or she is standing up. But the moment he, what was his name?
Colin.
Yeah, Colin. He did not
Kaepernick.
stand up for the American national anthem.
Yeah.
That same white person might be saying, "Hold up, now."
Now you've overstepped.
Yeah.
I get
now
it.
you are targeting me.
Okay, I get it.
So you get me.
I get it.
I'm
Okay.
100% sure there are so much people who actually thought like that.
You've got a point. And
He might have actually opened another trench.
yeah,
And I don't think people need that right now.
Look,
Needed that. Come on, like, look.
at the end of the day, I think the whole purpose of a national anthem is simply to instill feelings of patriotism as a collective group.
Yeah, of course.
So it shouldn't matter if one person doesn't want to stand for the national anthem because they're pissed off that their people are being violently...
But their people are also American.
Exactly. So why can't Americans see that their fellow citizens are being targeted by the police force and the government aren't doing anything about it because racism is very much alive in American culture?
Of course it is. But when we say people, who are we talking about here?
We're talking about the general mass who are going against this campaign and the people that were criticizing Colin Kaepernick.
But there are two types of
Or is it a fact that Americans generally have low IQ? And I'm sorry out there if there's anyone American listening to this. I'm sorry. No. I'm going to speak my mind here. Because this is ridiculous. Because the culture that they've created in America is a culture that is only and only about America. It is only about being an American, living in America, living the American dream, and consuming American culture and societal values. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. But look.
I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about this because there is no other country in the world that has this much of a patriotist or nationalist, patriotism isn't even a word, nationalist problem like America does.
Trust me. There are so much countries around.
Maybe in the Middle East.
Not just in the Middle East.
America is the biggest problem when it comes to nationalism and nationalistic feelings.
I wouldn't agree with that. There are so much other places, so much other areas, countries that I would actually go through the worst when it comes to politics.
But there's a big problem in America right now.
It's only visible because it's America. I mean...
Is it rational for you to burn your Nike trainers
it's just funny.
Because someone was featured in an ad?
But look,
you've paid for those trainers. Now you're going to burn them.
He wants to burn it.
So you're burning your trainers. Yeah, so you're burning your money, your hard-earned money.
He literally burned his money, and then he maybe thought it's going to do an impact.
And this is the funniest thing. One person does it, and then a whole group of them do it.
Yeah.
How's that rational? How does
the
that
funny
make any
thing
sense?
is, like you said, that there's a boost in sales by 30%, right?
They're 30%. They made a 30% increase in sales since the ad, which is ridiculous.
No, it's good.
But I'm saying it's ridiculous for the people that are protesting against Nike.
Yeah.
When are people going to wake up and smell the coffee? When are people going to open their eyes and actually...
The funny thing is actually about this. Yeah. Did you watch Who is America?
I haven't watched the whole thing.
If you watch it,
I know, he exposes
just watch
them.
it, and everyone's actually going to be listening to this. They should actually watch Who is America, and actually, I don't know. It actually shows different kind of, people in America.
Different levels of stupidness.
No, let's not say stupidness, but the different levels of idea. And
that's actually the perfect. The TV program to watch if you want to see how much nationalism has poisoned the minds of Americans.
Sacha Baron Cohen, he's
a G, fam.
he went.
He's a fucking G.
He took 3 different personas. I think he did.
3 different personas.
No, actually more. He did an Israeli commander.
That one was too funny.
And then he has like an American professor or something, I don't know. And then the other one is like.
I've seen the American professor one. That was hilarious.
That one, yeah, when he gets into a rap battle with. I love that guy. I love that guy.
Listen, I have nothing about human beings who are rational and who think logically. That includes Americans. I don't want to make myself seem as if I hate
you need to do the explanation right now.
No, I don't need to explain anything because look, the culture that I've been or what I've been exposed to from the American the way the culture and the community is built is literally built around nationalism and what it is to be American. It's not like that in the UK. I mean, only recently we've been seeing the far right going crazy about how important it is to be British and how you need to have a flag in your living room in order to be qualified as a British citizen.
And maybe 10% of the population might have seen that. I mean, here in the UK, that's not really a big thing.
It's bollocks, personally. I'm beginning to feel like I'm not even British.
Nah, come on.
Well, for starters, I've got brown skin. Does that qualify me as a British citizen? According to the right wing, no, it doesn't, because my parents were immigrants. Therefore, that doesn't make me as British as them.
No, British doesn't mean blood. Mate, it doesn't. Let's not speak.
I really, when I was thinking of putting this podcast together, I really, really, really wanted to stay away from politics because I think politics is BS. But that's not going so well. So we're going to move on very, very swiftly onto something a little bit more on the lighter side of the news in this week's news. There's actually a lot of things I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'm going to narrow it down to, I think, a few more topics. So we're talking about David Beckham's new football team.
Oh, what was it? Into what?
Inter Miami
Into
CF.
Miami, yeah.
Bruv.
But only David Beckham can actually pull it off.
No,
Come
he
on.
can't.
Come
No,
on.
he can't. Bruv.
Why not? Why not?
Are you mad? But where are you? In Italy? Are you in Milan?
No, I mean.
What? But are you even in Europe?
No.
How are you calling an American?
What does Inter mean?
I don't know what Inter means.
Well, that's
but
what we need to be searching.
No. But when I think of Inter, I think of
Inter
Italian.
Milan. But that's just because a team is called Inter Milan.
Do you know what he said? He
said?
He said he wanted to portray the I don't know if he said Mexican or if he said Spanish. He said he wanted to I
think it might be Spanish.
He wanted to put in the Spanish culture in his team, and he wanted to put a bit of the multicultural background of Miami. But I don't know how you go from multicultural to Inter. It makes no sense.
I don't know. I mean,
shout out to David Beckham, man. He's doing his thing, man. He's
team,
probably the only footballer who's doing something good.
The team is going to start operating in 2020, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the crest? Have you seen the logo?
No, I haven't actually.
Let me show you the logo. When I first saw it, I didn't really know what to think of it.
Is it bad? Just give your opinion now. Come on.
No, man. I need to show you first.
No, come on.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it from your perspective. Let's get this up. Logo. Right.
Am I gonna be scared? Is it because it seems
it's
like
weird? It's mad. Like I don't know. Like it's just so. It looks like an old video game.
Oh my. Right.
What do you think?
I think he could have done much better.
By the way, Ihan's a graphic designer.
It looks like the old Inter Milan logo. But I don't know why. Does it?
It looks weird, innit? When I first saw it, I was like,
I don't know. I think. Look,
I could have designed that.
I personally think that logo will be updated or upgraded.
They can't update that. It does look very cheap, though, doesn't it? It looks very tacky.
It just isn't. I mean, I think they could have done much better. Let me have a look at it.
If you're gonna make do you know what? I don't know whether he was trying to go for like a Manchester United look.
Nah. You see, with what are they? Are they swans?
It looks like swans.
You see, with that just on its own, there, it would have been much better. But the circle around it,
it's a bit much.
That crest there, or maybe not even the crest.
It looks
just the swans and the Miami and the sun in the middle. That would have been brilliant.
The outside of the crest looks like he was trying to resemble the Man City logo, and the inside of the logo looks like he was trying to resemble the United logo. I don't know what he's trying to do there, but that's the Miami International the football. Look, even the way he spelled football, it's like in a Mexican sort of alphabetical writing. Football, which is weird because you're in America, bro.
Imagine they actually become champions.
Who cares, man? Who watches MLS anyway?
Americans do.
MLS dead, fam. They're trying to make it into the next big thing. Give it 5 years, it'll probably be the next big thing.
We're gonna have so much Americans hating us today. I am so sorry.
Like most things. Look, there's things in America that I actually love. Like the big portions. Like New York City. Like Los Angeles. Like palm trees. Beaches.
Mate, look. Think of it from this way.
Casey Neistat.
All the celebrities we have, they go through that America phase.
Yeah.
James Corden, he lives there, I think.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran.
Gordon
Ramsay.
Come on, man. That's all commercial bullshit, man.
No, but
that's all for career. No one actually wants to fucking go over there. Actually, well, having said that, I had a friend who recently went over there and he's like, "Oh my god,
I've had a few
oh my
friends
god,
that actually went to New York.
it's brilliant."
Yeah, but I've had a few. I would want to go to New York.
I would, but not anymore. Maybe
Why?
a couple of years ago, but I couldn't go over there. I do want to go over to Toronto though. Canada looks flipping lit.
Really?
Bruv, Canada looks wavy. I've heard so many good things about Canada.
Canada, I don't know, it just looks a bit like...
What do you think about when you hear about Canada? You probably think about, like, snow, innit?
No.
What do you think about when I say Canada?
I just think about, like, America, yeah?
Yeah.
But just a bit more dull. Like...
You're probably right.
I am, right?
But it's the people, man.
It's just, you know,
I've
heard the people
such
are
friendly
kind.
people. It's like,
All right.
Every single Canadian that I've come across in London, they've all been so friendly. And the things that I hear about Canada, it's like it's such a nice place to live, with the neighborhood and everything. So, did you know that half of Canada, or there's a section in Canada which is primarily French?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that.
Well, you didn't know that. Look, America, well, the whole region.
Yeah.
The ancestors.
Yeah.
You know, it comes from Europe mainly.
Yeah, Europe. Yeah.
Spain, England, France, even Holland too, I think.
So that's what. Again, going back to America, I really don't understand when people talk about immigration, like, fam, you're immigrants yourself.
I think we should change the subject about this.
Yeah, man, I'm getting way too carried away. This is like, it's becoming too biased.
Irish too, actually. There are lots of Irish, people though.
Let's bring it back home to Russia. Well, we're not home, as in
Mother Russia.
I don't know why I said that. I just ruined my whole intro to the next topic. Bringing it back home to England with this whole scandal, or not even scandal, this whole incident going off with Russia and Novichok attack in Salisbury.
Yeah.
This is mad, bro.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, bro.
No, but do you know what that substance is?
I don't know science. I don't know the science behind it.
It was, look.
Tell me, military man.
Before we actually speak about it, we need to know what this substance is and what it was created for.
Go on.
And by who.
Go on.
I think if I'm correct, it was in the 1970s or the 80s, founded by the Russians,
right,
or the Soviet Union,
right.
And the purpose is to fight against NATO forces,
right.
So, and we all know what NATO and
Yeah.
And when we hear it in this present day happening here in England,
yeah,
just seems like
it puts into perspective, doesn't it?
It's just like, oh, is this a war between?
But that's what I'm saying. You know how
NATO.
You know how close we are to another world war. We're actually on the brink. I don't think anyone takes it as seriously as it is.
Maybe if we took it seriously, there would be a war.
Russians have come into British land with a chemical weapon, and they've managed to kill a British citizen. And what is Theresa May doing? Oh, we don't. Theresa May.
Look, hold up. We can sit down and talk about celebrities.
Yeah.
Okay. We can sit down and talk about any other sports, all of this. But when it comes to politics, we really can't. Like, from the outside, it might seem like Theresa May ain't doing anything.
I disagree.
But look, hold up.
I disagree.
From the outside, well, to us right now, it might seem like she's not doing anything. All right. But
it's not that she's not doing anything. She can't do anything.
How do you know?
What can she do?
Tell
me what can she do?
Look, hold up.
She cannot attack Russia.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Even if she was to attack Russia, she wouldn't be allowed to. That's one. And two.
Yeah.
Do you think UK is alone?
No, of course not. Of course UK aren't alone.
There's a thing. Look, hold up.
Yeah.
When something happens, between a country.
Yeah.
Against a NATO country.
Yeah.
It's not directly. Like, for example, if Russia's been involved with France, England.
Yeah.
Or USA or Turkey, for example, just saying, or just saying, it's not like they're speaking to the prime ministers of that country.
Yeah,
they need to speak to the NATO.
Okay,
they need to speak to NATO. Understand? Right. And NATO is the strongest alliance right now.
NATO's bullshit. It's
NATO
flawed. It's broken.
Alliance.
The UN fucked everything up when they created NATO.
But no,
NATO is
not
the
NATO.
Bruv, NATO is the originator of most wars. NATO's fucked. What can NATO do? Nothing. You've got all fucking superpowers in there that are have bigger egos than each other, and
NATO.
It just doesn't make any sense. There's no point of the UN if you've got NATO.
No, it's completely different stuff, man.
Because
UN.
If there's a resolution that needs to be passed and the majority and 99% of countries have voted for something, one NATO nation can go, nah, I don't like the look of that. That's it, out the window.
No, but hold on.
Makes no sense.
UN doesn't decide on military operations.
No,
right?
I know that, but
NATO
I'm talking in general.
No,
I'm talking the UN in general.
Look, keep everything to the side.
Yep.
On the left side, let's say.
Okay.
On the right side is all military, okay?
Okay.
And when it comes to military, it's NATO's last word. UN, okay, may have a word on NATO, but at the end of the day, it's NATO who actually decides when it comes to military operations.
But that's why I'm saying it's flawed. It's bullshit. It makes no sense.
No, it does, because if it's all decided in the UN, because the balance of forces in the UN is different to the balance of forces in NATO. NATO is an alliance of and let's see at the time. When was it formed? It was formed in 1950s. All right.
Right.
And NATO
after the Second World War.
Yeah, exactly. And NATO was formed for right-winged countries.
Okay.
All right. And in retaliation, the Warsaw Pact was formed by left-wing countries.
Right.
Okay. So all these countries that are in UN, most of them are not in NATO. So that's why so that's why it's different. It's completely different organization.
They should just get rid of NATO. Really and truly, they should just get rid of NATO and just have a general.
Impossible.
They should just have. They should just stick with the UN.
No, that's not gonna happen.
We're getting sidetracked. What's gonna happen in the future with this Novichok issue?
I to be honest, I haven't really looked into it. So I really.
Backstory.
Yeah. So tell me, and then.
Let me give you the backstory. Let me give you the facts that I know.
Tell me when.
I've heard. This was in March.
All right.
2018.
All right.
Two guys, two Russians.
Okay.
Went from Moscow to Heathrow.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's Heathrow. So, they came to Heathrow, they checked out, and then they got a train to London.
All right.
They stayed at a hotel 2 minutes away from my uni in near Mile End.
All right.
In East London. Stayed at a hotel. The next day, they got another train and they went to Salisbury.
Mm-hmm.
They went to Salisbury and they stayed. I don't know whether they stayed a few hours or a day, but they stayed there for a bit. And then there's CCTV footage of them coming back to London. I think they stayed another night and then they checked. They went back to Heathrow and then they went back to Moscow. So. Salisbury, they took a bit of the Novichok.
Okay, cool.
The reason why they went there is because they went to target a Russian spy.
So the Russian spies were targeting a Russian spy.
An ex-Russian agent. They went to target an ex-Russian agent. Okay, right. So they want to kill the guy in it because he's done something wrong. So so they target him and his daughter, and in the process of doing that, they then also get a police officer, British police officer, and a couple, a British couple. Mm-hmm. I think the women died.
Yeah, the father survived, I think.
Yes. They're not a couple though, are they? No. It's the father and the daughter.
Yeah, I think it's the father. Yeah, the daughter survived. The father...
No. The daughter died.
Yeah, the daughter died and the father survived.
Yeah, due to the exposure of the Novichok. Yeah. Okay? So these two Russians are... after intelligence are saying that they are agents. Right. Russian agents that came from Russia to target an ex-agent. In the meantime, whilst doing that, affecting or getting. Bro, I don't even know the words. I can't even.
You're not good with it, are you?
It's been 1 hour and 30 minutes. I've never spoken for this long. In the meantime, affecting these British people. Think about this carefully. 2 Russian agents come from Russia. In order for an agent to carry out that act, what do they need to do?
Was that a question?
Yeah, it was a question. What do they need to do? If 2 Russian agents want to go to a different country to carry out an operation, what do they need to do?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Before they come to the country, what do they need to do?
Prepare.
They need to get permission from higher up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they need to get permission from the higher up.
No, it's not even permission. They
Authority.
get ordered to.
Yes, exactly. So they've
It's
been
not-
ordered. Exactly.
They're not
exactly.
gonna say, "Hi, can we just go to UK and do this?"
Yeah, no, exactly. You're
It's more
absolutely
like,
right.
"All right, you two, we got this mission."
So that
Gonna do
must
it.
have meant that must have meant that Putin or someone in the government, someone high up in the government, authorized 2 Russian agents to go to the UK to carry out this attack on an ex-agent on foreign soil. Can you see where this is going? They've in the process of doing that, they've killed a British citizen. Mad.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So what should the British do?
the two things that what UK can do.
Go on.
2 things.
Go on.
Retaliate physically.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
They retaliate again,
Right.
but through economy, through agreements, through trading.
Yep.
Or they can do it together. But I'm pretty sure.
Bruv, if that was me, I would fuck up the base and I would put troops
And
on that land.
that's not how it works.
Bruv,
That's
listen,
not
I
how-
don't care, fam. I'll be on
That's
the
why
phone
you
to
can't be a
Merkel.
prime minister.
I'll be on the
That's
phone
not-
to Merkel,
No,
onto
no,
the
no.
phone with
That-
Macron
trust
and
me.
Trump. I'll be like, yo,
Yo,
we need to get together.
and we gonna
All right,
take
you
over
might need to
Russia.
give me a big fat loan. All right, and we need to get these motherfuckers
That's not how it works.
because them man just came onto my home turf. Yeah.
mate. That's not how it works.
In the meantime, hit some of the man them.
Yeah,
and it's
demand
peak
them,
right
yeah?
now.
Get the straps. No, hold up. That's not how it works, though. Trust me, that's not how it works.
Of course, that's how it works, bro. That's if any other bruv. Are you telling me if that happened to Russia, the Russians would not retaliate straight away with a click of a
course,
finger?
they're not going to retaliate
The
militarily.
US and North Korea were on the brink of having
No,
a missile war
Trust
over
me,
words.
mate. Oh, come on, man.
I know I'm
That's-
being naive. I know.
That's
It's blown
not
out of
how it
proportion.
works
I know.
whatsoever. That's not how it works whatsoever.
Right.
Oh, should I explain how it works?
Yeah, explain, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look, if I was to go a bit further, people are going to be thinking, what is this guy? Is he an agent or something? Look,
Careful.
careful, yeah, because people are actually looking at us right now in the car, and we're just here
calm,
with headphones and mics, and they're thinking that we're giving intel to like
I'm
a
just
special
trying to, I'm
black
just trying
ops
to,
operation.
trying to delve into an intellectual conversation.
Yeah,
Not doing anyone any harm.
and people are going to think, what are these guys doing in the car right now?
It's calm. The car's steamed up. Makes it worse.
Oh man.
All right, so this has now happened. What does Theresa May need to do in order to show her, flex her authority,
look.
but also show that she's not a joke and the UK aren't a joke?
You can do this. Look, for most people right now,
Yep.
it can be seen as UK has to show its strength
Yep.
by dropping blood.
Blood.
No,
Okay.
that can be a way of showing strength. Okay, that
I'm not for
undeniable.
violence personally. I
Look,
know I said all
violence
that
is a
shit
way.
about getting troops on land,
yeah, of course.
but violence should never be in the means of retaliation, no matter what happens.
No, we're speaking in terms of politics right now.
Yes.
But look, that can be a way of showing power. But trust me, a few drops of blood isn't gonna hurt another country.
Mm-hmm.
The real way of showing power is through politics.
Okay.
Now, right now, we're not seeing what's happening between these two countries,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure something has happened. A retaliation has been done.
We shall see
No,
in the next
we
coming weeks.
We won't see it. That's the thing.
We will. If
We-
anything
trust
happens,
me,
if anything
we-
serious
if-
happens,
if it's
will happen.
something like if it's something so major, all
Yeah.
right, fine, we might. But I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see it.
I think we will. I think it's a very public. It's a very, very public incident,
It won't.
and it's all been
won't-
tracked,
it won't-
and
it
everything's
won't-
been made public.
It's all gonna be
No, I don't think so.
Trust me.
Personally, I don't think so. I think. Yeah, I think Russians are fucked. I think Putin's an idiot for what I think he's definitely there. He's the highest chain of command, and something like that would have to go through him.
No,
And
not always.
Yeah, of course.
No.
Bro, if you're going to go to another NATO country, if you're going to go into the UK or the US, and you're going to go armed with chemical weapons that track back to Russia, we're not talking about fucking...
But you're forgetting...
Pepper spray.
But you're forgetting other stuff here. Look. Think of a country, right?
Yeah.
There's it depends on how the country's run, but mainly there's a prime minister.
Okay.
Then there's a president.
Yeah.
Well, there's a president, then there's a prime minister, and then there are ministers.
Okay.
All right. Not everything is actually reported back to the supreme head.
So if it's not Putin, someone's pissed. Basically, someone's losing their job.
Well,
or worse, someone's going to jail.
Someone might be, no. It depends on. It depends. I mean, it depends how the government in Russia is actually taking it right now, or the media, or the people.
They're probably laughing. They're probably sitting there right now with their feet up, laughing at May's smug little face.
And nothing will be
not even
happening.
smug.
I don't think anything will happen then. That's how it is.
So many things to talk about when it comes to politics, but I don't really want to talk about it. So
yeah,
basically, I think that is the end of episode 1 of.
Yeah, and what time is it? What time is it? Because I want to have Nando's.
Brother, I think Nando's is closed. You know? I can't even lie to you. I can get you something close to Nando's, which is like fried chicken.
No, I don't want. No, I want grilled chicken.
Damn.
From Nando's.
Well,
Afro Portuguese.
I had Nando's yesterday, and I was watching. Today. Oh yeah, you was. Is that why you want Nando's?
I was with you. I didn't eat.
Brother, oh my word! Shout out to Nando's and their new chicken pitta, fam. Oh, how have I not discovered that, fam?
All right, man. I'm already hungry.
Until yesterday.
I'm already hungry.
Brother, that chicken pitta was peng. I'm talking about 2 thighs.
It just seems too small.
Two chicken thigh pieces.
Yeah, it was too small, no?
No, and then you had grilled halloumi cheese.
Oh, the butterfly ones, like.
No. 2 thighs, chicken thighs.
All right.
Grilled halloumi cheese inside with a bit of the I don't know. I think it was like barbecue paste and grilled cooked onion.
Is it filling? That's the.
Oh yeah. Oh mate, with chips.
You feel we can't find anything like late, like open till late? Nando's. Is there any open till late Nando's in London? I would fly to America right now.
America don't have Nando's.
Don't they?
No.
Is it only UK that has Nando's?
UK and I know it's in South Africa and I know it's in Portugal.
Funny thing is they actually opened Nando's in Istanbul. But,
oh yeah.
But you know what?
How dead is it? Be honest.
Huh?
Is it bad?
No, it got shut down.
Why? Don't tell me they didn't have the license to do it.
No. It got shut down because look, in Turkey there isn't a system where you walk in, you sit on the table, and then you check the menu, then you go and order.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me this.
Look, that's not how it works in Turkey.
Oh, you Turks, man.
A few people walked into the restaurant, and then of course they ask, "Oh, so have you ever been to Nando's?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh yeah, of course." And then they sit down, and then they're just waiting for someone to serve them.
Oh my God.
That's not how it works in Turkey.
I think everything's given to you on a golden plate.
Oh yeah.
Ever since the fall of the Ottomans, man. You man should have learned from then. You need to do things yourselves.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. True. Straight up.
All right. Shout out to everyone listening to this.
For the Ottoman.
Fam, shout out to all the Turks, all the Americans. Anyone who I dissed today, shout out to you. Please do not take it personally. Just take it as an attack on your personality. So take it personally.
But that is taken personally.
Yeah, no, I know. So take it personally.
Can we not actually find any Nando's anywhere?
No, I'm pretty sure they're all closed. People need to go home, you know. Beds to go to. Saturday night. Anyways.
Seems like McDonald's drive-through them.
McDonald's drive-through it is. It was a pleasure being here with you for episode 1.
Yeah, same.
Many more to come.
Many more.
We'll be back next week. Thank you very much for everyone listening. If you've made it through to 1 hour and 38 minutes, you are a legend.
You are a legend.
Please do subscribe to the channel if you want to be the first to be notified about upcoming videos. Like I said, every single week we'll be talking about trending topics that will be coming up during that week. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to say anything else.
I love you all.
Sweet. All right. Before this gets any more weird than it already has been, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Peace.